This is Rajo coming to you live on location at one of our local cemeteries of all of the fallen soldiers that have fought for this country, have sacrificed, and have given for the sake of our freedom. My grandmother's buried here, and so is my grandfather. I honor them today. As I walk through, I honor these Americans who have fought for me. As I walk through, looking at the countless rows. Those are just 10 or so right here in front of me. In this small group right here, that's just 10. So count them. Count them. Look at the rows. So many. It just goes on and on. So far that the camera cannot catch them all. Veer over to this side and we'll see that what we have here are some of the leaders. These are some of your leaders here, who are the ones that were in charge, who were riding horsebacks at times. At one time they were in a tank. At one point they were in mud, in trenches, guiding, leading their troops, trying to get as many home as they possibly could. As you see a flower, someone has come to honor someone already. Keeping it fresh. And that's what it's about. Keeping and honoring the memories of these many soldiers, and keeping it fresh by the way that we live, by the way that we operate, but always being greater than oneself, as they so eloquently represented in their efforts to fight. Key word, fight, should mean a lot as we look out at these many. Fight. What will you fight for? Will you fight for the honor of a woman? Will you fight for the honor of our children? Will you fight for our elderly? Sometimes feel no one is there for them anymore. Will you fight to try to have families come together and become one? Will you fight to make a neighborhood become a place that you just can't wait to be? Because in that neighborhood are not just your neighbors, but fellow Americans and your friends. What will you fight for? What will you fight for? Or will you just enjoy the freedom? So many. As I try to get as many in the camera as I can, want you to be able to see them. Ah, look how beautiful they're honoring them. Look at those beautiful rows. Oh, that's magnificent. That's honor. I could not have asked my grandparents to be in a better place. But I still ask the question of you, as I ask myself every day. What am I willing to fight for? What are my standards? What are my rules? What do I say that I want to do to make sure that in this world I stamped my name on this planet as someone who has done a righteous thing? Don't have to be religious. You don't have to be the 100% upstanding citizen. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. God doesn't ask that of anyone, and neither should any human being. We all have something to contribute. We all have something to contribute. What will you contribute for your freedom? What will you contribute to these many, many brave men and women who went out and sacrificed for it? Let's honor them. What will you fight for? What will you fight for? We can no longer have our kids committing suicide, murders in the streets. We can't have it. We can no longer have people walking around not knowing where their next meal is coming from. That is not what the fight was about. The fight was to keep that from happening. So, will we let it go on? Or will we stand up strong in the moment? Tell our government, say to the people, as a government, we are one. Nothing will divide us. We welcome those that come from foreign lands to come by, hang out. Hang out at my home while I serve you a beverage, give you a snack, give you a place to lay your head. This is our home, and we're proud of it, and we're proud to show it and share it with all. But we have to honor these white stones first. We have to honor them. If the fallen soldier was alive, he would say, I was honored to fight on your behalf. I was blessed to have been a part of this nation. And all I ask of you is you sacrifice the way that I did. Be there for your neighbor. Be there for someone you don't even know. If you see someone that you can help, lend your hand. Lend your hand. And if you need to get a group to lend that hand, then you get that group together. You put forth that sacrifice, because I can assure you, your sacrifice is going to be a lot less than the sacrifices of these many. And we'll leave on that note and have that moment of silence just to look around. We honor you. So love being American, and I want to say, God truly do bless America. This is Rajo. I'm out. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We'll see you later.